you're not okay. I look into your eyes and see you fade away. But we're not the same. It's like we're on two sides of the Milky Way. Somehow we got used to the problems. Baby, we got used to falling. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. 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 Yeah, I just wanna.
Change is very terrifying for anyone because it's so unpredictable. You don't know what's happening next. Some people really like change, but a lot of autistic people, at least what I know and what I read, don't like it because you don't know what's happening next. You don't know how you're supposed to react to it. You don't know anything of that factor. So we do tend to find it very frightening, and our behaviours may come in three forms. Well, three main forms, I'll say: a meltdown, a shutdown, or a very violent outburst. I'll say those are the three that I mainly get, at least. And see, I remember not everyone is like you. No one is going to deal with change like you are. So when a change happens, we can all let it distress that individual with autism. All we can do is try de-escalate that emotion we're feeling. We could do that one way by making it visual. So your routine is visual. So you wash your hair and you show all the stages, all the things you do after, and allow enough time for processing, especially if it's something that is not in a routine, like a fire alarm. Allow time for it to process. Yeah, I really don't like the sound. Allow time for it. You need to allow time for it. It's not our fault we're sensitive. You think we want to be sensitive? Oh, trust me, darling, we don't. So quickly, before I go into the benefits of auditory aid, I want to cover what auditory aid is. So you can make a video showing you what you're doing, or you can speak it as you're putting a few pictures together. But this really helps, especially with video. I love auditory aid as well as visual aid at the same time because it's showing step by step. There's places, if I go for a job interview, if I go for educational interview, wherever I go, I decided nowadays that I'm just going to record everything. So if anyone wants to review the footage or I want to review the footage, I've got it. And some places it's been really good about it. Others, but when you explain to them, look, when I'm anxious, I don't remember what I do, I don't remember all my information. I need it to help me process it. And especially when I go on my own and I don't remember what I say when I'm anxious, I have that auditory support. So I find it personally very beneficial. Back to the topic, how it can help you with changes. You're going to a new school, your child, your adult, whoever's going for a job interview, a school interview, they're going the first day at school, and you're really nervous for them. You're frightened. What is it going to do? Are they going to have a violent outburst? Are they going to have a meltdown? Are they going to get distressed? What is going to happen? I'm really worried to leave my child there. What you could do, or the least you could do, is make it visual to them. So explain to their school, make a video of the school, make a video where my child is going to sit, make a video where playtime is, make a video of the teachers, make it as familiar and as predictable as possible. And then maybe even allow your child to form attachment with his support, or her support worker, whoever's support worker, allowed time for them to build a connection, to build a relationship in order to get along. Try it. You see how much more beneficial it is that your individual you're supporting has support at home and has support at school. It's really important to keep the support consistency. You need to keep it consistent. So actually 3 more things I find really beneficial personally is, one is role playing. So you role play your interview, role play whatever it is. Second is practice rounds. So you go in and do it a few times. You meet, and this is in an educational sector kind of thing, where you go, you see them a few times, you go again, as I said in my last clip, you form that attachment. The third thing that I find really beneficial, it is apps. There are so many apps like nowadays there's so many apps they can use for Android, for Apple's devices. So yeah, I find it personally really helpful to have specific apps that help me when I am distressed or with a transition. So hopefully I'd manage when I edit this to pop some apps. I'll try. So social stories are great when you actually use them properly, you do them properly. They have great benefits because you benefit the person who you're making that social story for. You're setting down the expectation, you're setting down everything, but as well, it's good because it benefits you. So you don't have to yell at them. You can just give them a social story which says, for example, one of their behaviours is unacceptable, or it makes you feel a certain emotion, and then you tell it to them. And it should be calm. When you do a social story, it should always make you grow. It shouldn't make you regress as such. It shouldn't give you an excuse to have a go at someone. No.
She was in love with a boy, in love with a girl, so in love with the world, so beautiful. She was in love with the night, the way the sun shines. All she needed was love, to have to hold, and nobody could make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, and everybody wondered if round, would she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was, live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. Cause if you wanna last then live it better, if you want love then stay together, if you wanna smile then be forever. Can see clear through the smoke you created. I feel my feet on the ground and they're shaking. How am I supposed to say